It's what you need in the building. All praise be to the Most High God. The Most High God comes first. We talk a little boxing. I mean, I'm going to say this because I have to say it. I really don't appreciate when the sport of boxing has these younger fighters fighting these old, already retired fighters in a professional boxing ring. I just recently saw Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. And I got to say that I really don't like this. This is a setup to hurt an older boxer, if you guys don't realize it. And you guys are cheering on something that's very, very wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Guys are 6 years old. And just like Roy Jones Jr., just like James Toney, just like Sugar Ray Leonard, they don't learn their lesson until they get beaten the fuck up in that ring. And they realize they too old for it. And you guys keep on egging on these people. First of all, let me be straight with y'all. I didn't think Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios. I actually thought the fight was a draw. Exactly as that. Mario Barrios won the 11th and 12th rounds clearly and cleanly because he took up the temper. He was being very, very cautious, trying not to make any defensive mistakes. A lot of the flurries that Manny Pacquiao threw that y'all claim landed on Mario Barrios did not land on him. Okay? He did catch Mario Barrios with some nice straight lefts and some right hooks at times. But for the most part, Mario Barrios was blocking and getting out of the way of Manny Pacquiao's shots. I saw Mario Barrios countering Manny Pacquiao. Yes, Mario Barrios wasn't using combinations a lot. He was sniping him. He was throwing body shots a lot on Pacquiao, which I thought was very interesting. And yes, he did have a healthy respect for Manny Pacquiao. He had a lot of respect for him. And maybe he could have been more aggressive. But I'll tell you this. He fought a very smart fight because Chris Algieri got knocked down by Manny Pacquiao. And I've seen people like Paulie Malignaggi trashing Mario Barrios, talking about how he didn't look good and blah, 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 blah. You know, man, y'all some real Manny Pacquiao dick riders. That's what's happening. I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all sport fans and some of y'all in the media, I was listening to these motherfuckers commentating on the fight. I think one of the guys from ESPN who hates black fighters to start with and talks negatively about him, he was on that commentary team. And I'm not going to lie, these fellas was creaming their pants every time Manny Pacquiao threw a combination, just like the crowd. There's no fucking way in hell Manny Pacquiao won that fight. If you're talking about winning the fight because the crowd keep on cheering and stuff, maybe. And even then, Mario Barrios was quieting the crowd by responding to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao received a bunch of right hands, right hand crosses. Okay, Barrios is long, so he's able to. Manny Pacquiao has to cover a lot of distance to get in, and he has to sell out to get in. Every time he sells out, Barrios would pivot, throw that right hand straight down the center. Sometimes he throw the right hand, he lead off with the right hand, land. Okay, his jab, Mario Barrios' jab in this fight made a big difference. That's why Pacquiao couldn't win this fight. Okay. Y'all looking at optics. That's what it is. And the commentary team, oh my God. Talk about shilling for Pacquiao. It's disgusting. Barrios was getting Pacquiao up on the ropes and he was banging away at Pacquiao's body and then coming up top on his head. You know what these motherfuckers was talking about? How Barrios still need to do something. That Pacquiao, look how great Pacquiao is. Anytime Pacquiao shot even remotely started to get in the vicinity of Mario Barrios or even hit his gloves, they was gloating how Pacquiao landed the shot. Oh my God, can you glaze a fighter more? All right, the man's 46 years old, fine. But y'all are glazing this guy. When he gets vanquished by a proper welterweight, I mean vanquished. I mean destroyed. Okay, Mario Barrios, we all agree on this. Mario Barrios is probably the weakest welterweight champion in the division, right? Mario Barrios fights the way how he fights. I thought Mario Barrios did enough to get a draw. Did I think he could have beaten Manny Pacquiao? I think so too. He used Floyd Mayweather's playbook pretty much. And the Cuban kid, I can't remember his name right now, what he did as well. And then the next thing I heard this stupid ass motherfucker, Paulie Malignaggi, say, and I have no respect for Paulie Malignaggi because, brah, you only won 2 championships in your whole fucking career and you talk so much trash. And you got beat up by just about everybody in the fucking division, including Broner. Who's Paulie to chirp on these matters, man? Sometimes, man, at least Chris Algier is a little bit more respectful. He said he thought Pacquiao won. Pacquiao didn't win shit. Stop the bullshit. And he's old. And the only reason he didn't look much older is because Mario Barrios was taking it easy on him. He wasn't pressing him. He wasn't trying to press him to really burn him out. And Barrios was landing some nice body shots, though. Some really nice looping body shots on Pacquiao. But not enough. He was, pot shotting him most of the fight. He did throw a couple combinations, but more and most part, he was sharpshooting him. And Barrios was landing really quite a lot of punches. Pacquiao wasn't landing much of anything, Y'all is clowns, man. Y'all edging on this guy to get killed in the ring. And Barrios' shots was rocking Pacquiao. I mean, moving him back. That jab was a mean jab. Anyways, man, I want to show y'all something. Oh, the guy's name was coming and then he went. So let me go. Hey, y'all have no respect for fighters, man. And you would think guys like Paulie Malignaggi, who been fighters, you would think they would have some respect, man, for the sport. Comparing Mario Barrios' performance to, I'll tell you who the guy is right now, because I forgot his name, to Ugas's fight. They comparing Mario Barrios' performance to Ugas's fight. You can't compare it to Ugas, man. You can't do that shit. Okay? Now, ironically, Mario Barrios beat Udenis Ugas, the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao. He also beat Fabian Maidana, who is Marcos Maidana's little brother. He was a good fighter, right? He had a split decision draw against Abel Ramos, who gave him a good fight. Abel Ramos always gives everybody a good fight, by the way. And now he has a draw with the great Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old, and he looked every bit the part of 46 years old. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit. He don't got no more spring in his step like that. That guy should not be sharing the ring with Mario Barrios. He should be in retirement if you want to do exhibitions, whatever. Y'all are edging on this guy to get permanently damaged for life. Okay? Y'all need to stop that bullshit. It's another thing that really is annoying me. It annoys the crap out of me, right? Boxing's a young man's sport, man. Pacquiao came out of retirement. He's been lodged in the Boxing Hall of Fame to go into the ring to put on that performance. And y'all saying it was a great performance. It wasn't. It wasn't. And the fact that Mario Barrios got a draw with him tells me Pacquiao is shit. And he should not be anywhere. He shouldn't be anywhere in a professional boxing ring right now. He needs to stop that shit. And y'all edging him on, you need to fight Rolly Romero or Tank Davis. Tank Davis would kill Manny Pacquiao. What the fuck you do? Tank Davis, he not been out of the ring, but Tank Davis would not let up on Manny Pacquiao. Are you crazy? Are you guys crazy? Do you all even understand what is going on? These are young fighters. Do you remember Evander Holyfield and what happened to him when he fought the young MMA fighter who's 44 years old, but Holyfield was 50-something? You don't do this shit. Why are people doing? This is another one that I don't get. I don't get it. This one right here. Carissa Shield want to have a fight with Layla Ali. And I'm like, are you out of your damn mind, Carissa? Layla Ali is like 40-something years old, maybe 50-something years old. Why would you want to go fight a 40-something-year-old woman? You're what are you, in your early 30s? Why the fuck would Layla Ali? This is ridiculous, okay? Y'all playing Jake Paul. Jake Paul goes and fights old retired people. Right? Jake Paul does that. This is professional boxing. Carissa, stop the shit. Stop the shit. Don't be calling out old people. You know what this remind me of? This remind me of Mike Tyson facing Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is 2 years out of boxing, retired boxer. He ain't trying to do shit. He gets inveigled by Don King into fighting Mike Tyson. Don King tells him he has 9 weeks. He ends up having 3 weeks to prepare for Mike Tyson. Of course, that's going to be a butcher round. Of course, Tyson going to run through him. You know why? He's out of the game for 2 years. Manny Pacquiao looked every bit as much as if he was out of the game for 2 years. The only reason this fight was competitive is because Mario Barrios is not that good a fighter. Okay? And he gave Pacquiao too much respect. Pretty much carried him. Then stepped on the gas in the 11th and 12th round. I remember Pacquiao doing an exhibition with a Japanese guy who was in, I think he was a MMA fighter or a kickboxer or something. And the Japanese MMA guy was beating the fuck out of Manny Pacquiao. Another long rangey guy. Like Eric Morales and so on. I'm just saying. In an exhibition, the guy beat him up. So you think Mario Barrios, who's a professional boxer for all these years, you think that Pacquiao looked great against him? Or is it that Mario Barrios ain't all that? He actually performed as less than the professional kickboxer who fought Manny Pacquiao in an exhibition. And not to rat on Mario Barrios, because as I said before, Mario Barrios has fought and beat some really good fighters. All right? He beat your Dennis Ugas. He beat Fabian Maidana, who hasn't accomplished much of anything, but Fabian Maidana is a good fighter. Right? We remember when he hurt Keith Thurman with that body shot. Okay? So, and that was his first trip to welterweight. Keith Thurman was at welterweight, career welterweight. And Mario Barrios still was able to do that against Keith Thurman. He didn't do a whole lot. He had good defense. He had a good jab. He didn't do a whole lot. But the point is, that was his first trip to welterweight, and he was fighting this named guy, Keith Thurman, who was beaten by Manny Pacquiao. Right? Came into his own, and now he is beating Dennis. This guy earned his stripes in terms of being a world champion. So when Paulie Malignaggi is saying what he's saying about Mario Barrios, I really do not appreciate people slandering other people's names as if Mario Barrios ain't fought nobody. He fought the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao, man. Okay? He fought the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao. So we need to stop. Yeah, he didn't fight him at his peak. Dennis Ugas got his eye damaged by Errol Spence. Because Errol Spence ended up fighting your Dennis Ugas, who upsetted Manny Pacquiao, by the way. And then they're comparing his fight with Manny Pacquiao with Dennis Ugas. No, you don't do that. You look at the fight for what it is. And the truth is that Mario Barrios outlanded Manny Pacquiao, out-jabbed Manny Pacquiao, outlanded with power shots Manny Pacquiao. So y'all need to stop. Stop. Pacquiao didn't win shit. If anybody had to win that fight, it would be Mario Barrios. Yeah, he wasn't throwing a whole bunch of combinations. He was shooting one shot at a time. But those shots were landing much more than all that stuff that Manny Pacquiao was throwing. He lucky he wasn't fighting somebody else sharper. Otherwise, he got knocked out. He would have gotten knocked out. Okay? And y'all could say what you want about Mario Barrios. At the end of the day, Mario Barrios is a world champion. And he earned his shot. He earned his right. Nobody gave it to him. Nobody gave him that. So stop that. Paulie Malignaggi need to stop that kind of stupidness. You try to put down a fighter so you could get another. And all of y'all know Manny Pacquiao shouldn't have been in that ring. I'm tired of this shit, man. Talking about, he's not like the Manny Pacquiao of old, but because he's not, because he's 46 years old. And he's just so fortunate that the guy who was in front of him was having ultimate respect for him. Because Mario Barrios, I looked at his right hands, man. If he had set that up right, he'd have knocked that motherfucker out because Pacquiao keep on running into those right hands. Because Pacquiao's defense, he's wide open for a whole bunch of... Abner Maris even said it. Every time Manny Pacquiao's about to attack, he drops his hands. He's food. He's food. And Barrios did take his shots at him. You know, he did hit him with some pretty good shots, and Pacquiao was stopped. Why do you think Pacquiao was standing up watching Barrios, and Barrios was standing up watching Pacquiao? Because Pacquiao, he closed that distance, he gonna get hit. He gonna get hit. So he wasn't just coming in any old time. Y'all say the fight was boring because, Barrios wasn't doing much. Pacquiao wasn't doing much either. And y'all know that. He wasn't doing much. Every time he launched an attack, he throws 3, 4, 5, 6 punches, but he ain't doing shit. And you know why he's not doing shit? He's 46 years old. He's flat-footed. He ain't fighting on his toes like that. He ain't bouncing in and out anymore. And y'all know this. Why are you egging on this guy? He has already accomplished a lot. Y'all need to start telling this guy, dial it back, bro. Y'all said that to Bernard Hopkins. Y'all was like, dial it back, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins had to get knocked the fuck out the ring and lose to start boxing. And Pacquiao's the same thing. And y'all just you're gassing this guy up. You're making him feel like he still belongs in competitive boxing at the highest level in professional boxing. And that is a lie. Y'all need to stop that. I talked about this before. Y'all want to get this guy killed in the ring. That guy, Mario Barrios, who I don't consider one of the great welterweights in the welterweight division. I think they're better welterweights in the welterweight division than him. But be that as it may, Mario Barrios could have knocked out Manny Pacquiao. I'm telling y'all, man, that right hand with Pacquiao, he pivot back and he hit him with the right cross. He just had to come back with a hook. He didn't come back with a hook all night long. He wasn't coming back with a hook. Come back with a hook. And that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao getting hit flush. Clean punches to the body and to the head by Barrios. Barrios was sharpshooting him and keeping his defense tight when Pacquiao tried to launch his little barrages. Measure his range, measure him, and then land those uppercuts. You saw that left uppercut he was throwing on Pacquiao? He leaping with a left uppercut up the center. That's to pop his head up. But you see, he tried to do it a la Floyd Mayweather. He threw a left uppercut, then he came across with a right hook, come back with a left hook. He went boom, bop, bop. Pacquiao blocked the left hook, though. And he had to step back. This ain't about Pacquiao stepping back. He was in the center of the ring most of the time. Barrios pushing back with some jabs and stuff. But, I mean, look, man. Y'all need to stop chaining up old fighters. Like this Layla Ali, Curtis Shields thing. That might be a publicity stunt. But Layla Ali, dare not. Sister, don't even think of going back in that ring. You have not been in boxing for decades. Do not step in that ring with that young buck. I don't care how much they pay you. You're doing all right. You don't need the money. Health is better than money. Y'all need to, when y'all retire, y'all need to stay fucking retired. Stop coming back out to fight professional fights. Stop it. Y'all retired. Stay retired. Larry Holmes didn't learn his lesson until Tyson, brutalized his ass. Even though Larry Holmes didn't even feel he could beat Mike Tyson. He told Don King, he said, man, I can't beat that dude. He straight up told him that when Don King asked him. So he didn't even believe he could beat Mike Tyson. So the intimidation factor on Mike Tyson already, Larry Holmes was beaten before he even started. Then he didn't even have prep time. You know what I'm saying? Michael Spinks looked the same way. He fought scared. You could tell. He didn't know what to do with Mike Tyson. He didn't think he could win. And once you mentally don't think you can win, you're not going to win. You can't win them things. This is fighting. All right, so I just wanted to put that out there. So this shit here is just, it's somewhat comical and it's somewhat disgusting. I'll fight Pacquiao. He's coming back for a certain. It's still legacy fight for me. Rolly Romero want to fight Pacquiao. So this youngster wants to fight an old retired fighter. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. That is an old retired fighter that has no business coming out of retirement to fight again. All right? And I don't even know why you guys are encouraging this shit. Oh, because he could come back in history and he could win. He could win. Motherfucker, he gonna get slain. Y'all gonna watch him dead, comatose. If y'all keep this shit up, y'all should not be encouraging that. And Las Vegas shouldn't have been encouraging that. He wanted to do an exhibition, fine. But in professional boxing, he should not be in there. And he did not look good. All y'all saying he looked good. No, y'all filled with nostalgia. That ain't Manny Pacquiao that I saw in that ring. I'm sorry. He was too flat-footed. He wasn't bouncing all around the ring, moving all around the ring, getting his angles. He didn't even have no new angles. Pacquiao hardly had any new angles in that fight. He was trying to dart in and get his shots off. Barrios was creating the angles. He was stepping around him and then throwing that right hand. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit. That ain't Pacquiao. That ain't the Pacquiao I know. And y'all gonna chain up this guy to get brutally beaten in the ring and knocked out. And y'all gonna cry because he's in a coma or something. You saw what Dennis Ugas did to him. His old ass needs to stop. Pacquiao, you need to stop this shit. I know you love boxing and all of that, but you need to stop, bro. You need to stop. Somebody need to rein this guy in. You see this last fight? You got to draw with Mario Barrios, a world champion, current world champion. Let's stop on that. That's a positive note. And people thought you won. Great. No more. Stop it. Don't fight Tank. I don't care how much money you have. Don't fight that kid. He will brutalize you. Okay? He will brutalize you. Okay? I know he's at lightweight, but I'm telling you right now, he will kill you. Okay? You don't have what you used to have. Okay? Don't fight Rolly Romero. That's a strong motherfucker, and he knows how to beat you because the Mayweather blueprint is out there. And the referee need to stop that fight early. Because you don't have it no more. You don't have that footwork no more. And it's your footwork that gets you where you need to go. All right, Mario Barrios, let's be real. Mario Barrios is not on the level of a Gervonta Tank Davis. And Rolly Romero has the knowledge and will apply that knowledge to beat your ass. We saw what he did to Ryan Garcia, who's way quick with his hands. He's faster than you now. And we saw what he did to Ryan Garcia. And I'm telling you right now, he'll do that to you. He's going to put you down. He's going to put you down, and he's going to knock you out. Rolly Romero's not a guy to play around with. And once he knows the blueprint to beat someone, he's seen somebody else do it, he gonna implement that blueprint. Okay? It's out there how to beat you. You constantly leap in with your fucking guard on your face. You leap in for everything. And boy, Raleigh can hit. He gonna knock your ass out. And then everybody gonna be like, oh God, is Pacquiao okay? Is he alive? We don't need that. We don't need that in the sport of boxing. Okay, they already know and they figured out how to beat you. Now, Mario Barrios knew how to beat you. He was circling you a certain way. You tried to cut that off and make him circle another way so you could get the advantage. And he would step back and then circle back around. He would reset and circle back around the way he was going. They already know how to beat you. We saw Dennis Ugas do it. We now see Mario Barrios do it. Okay? Rolly Romero's going to do the same thing. Tank would do, well, he's a southpaw. He's going to do something different. But believe you me, those young bucks, they can knock you out. Mario Barrios, I mean, he got some knockout power. He got some steam. Obviously, he could have knocked you out if he didn't have so much respect for you. But Rolly Romero, you go up against Rolly Romero, he's going to knock you out. Cold. He's going to knock you out. You're not going to make it to the final bell. He'll knock you out. All right? And Raleigh hits like fucking, he hits. All right? So you don't want to do that. Pacquiao versus Raleigh Romero, please don't do that, people. I'm telling you, Pacquiao don't look as good as y'all think he looked. Y'all was rain and everything, 46-year-old, mixing it up with a young buck. I understand. I get it. Sensational. The commentary team was going with that too. Right? But this is professional boxing. This is not an exhibition. All right? This is professional boxing. And somebody that age can get seriously hurt. And I don't care how much y'all can hate me, how much you want. That man is not considering his health when he goes into the ring. That man is just on a high of fighting and boxing and trying to get more accolades. He's not thinking about his health. And the defensive flaws he has that everybody knows is going to cost him very, very badly in the future. And that is what I am so worried about. Okay? And I cannot believe that all of you people out there are encouraging this guy to go get destroyed in the ring. Y'all are egging him on. I don't understand it. Yes, I understand a 46-year-old fighting. But you need to fight guys around your age. You're 46 years old, fight another 46-year-old. Or fight somebody in their 40s. But don't go fighting somebody in their 30s. Y'all don't understand. Evander Holyfield was a similar fighter to Manny Pacquiao. Love to fight. James Toney, similar fighter like Manny Pacquiao. Love to fight. James Toney talks with a slur. Evander Holyfield, what you call it? He always talk like that. He talk real silly. Okay? What you call it? Okay? You know why? He got brain damage, ladies and gentlemen. Holyfield and James Toney have brain damage. They have punch drunk syndrome. Okay? Is that what you want? Manny Pacquiao already talking. He kind of slaps his teeth all the time. And I know those signs, ladies and gentlemen. Pacquiao, you can do your glory days with exhibitions. But this is not heading in the right, healthy direction. I'm telling y'all right now. This is an addiction that's heading in the wrong direction to Pacquiao's demise. I warn you guys again. I'll say it again. And I don't care how many commentary teams and how many people try to promote Manny Pacquiao because they want excitement in the sport of boxing. Y'all need to let this guy go. Let him live his life. Y'all want to recapture the greatness? Do an exhibition. That's what exhibitions are for. I would hate to see another boxer go the way of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali could barely talk. He could barely move properly. And I could see this guy, he's investing into that happening later on in his life. Y'all need to stop this shit. These older boxers fighting younger boxers, that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Right? And y'all don't tell the emperor he doesn't have on clothes. Y'all need to tell the emperor, all right, buddy. That's it. Right? You ain't got on new clothes. Y'all gotta be honest, man. Y'all gotta be honest out here. That's all I got for you guys. I'm what you need. Layla Ali, keep your ass out of that fucking boxing ring. Talk your shit outside the ring. Do not go inside that ring with Clarissa Shields. All right? Do not. You ain't fought in decades. You want to just jump in the ring with Clarissa Shields? You out of your fucking mind, Layla? It's a whole new generation of fighters. Why are these old fighters trying to pick fights with younger fighters? That's like Sugar Ray Leonard saying, I'm going to go in the boxing ring and fight Terrence Crawford. Are you out of your fucking mind, Sugar Ray Leonard? If you were to do something stupid like that? I mean, that would be stupid. And we're going to fight at super middleweight after, say Terrence Crawford beats Canelo. And we're going to fight at super middleweight. You got to, or Floyd Mayweather even, saying, hey, man, Terrence, you always want to fight with me? Let's have it. At super middleweight. Or at middleweight. Or at super welterweight. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's suicide. It's stupid. You're going to come out of retirement where you haven't fought in a professional boxing ring since 2017. You're going to get out of there, right? 8 years he ain't fought. You going to just jump in the ring with Terrence Crawford. You are 40, what is he? Pacquiao's 46. He's 48 years old. And you're going to fight him in a professional boxing fight to show you better than him. A 48-year-old geezer. Man, would Crawford destroy Floyd? Yes, he would. Destroy him. Crawford been constantly fighting. You ain't been doing shit for 8 years. And you ain't going to do shit in the ring against Terrence Crawford if you jump in there with him. Period. And I wouldn't watch it because I know it won't be competitive. So we need to stop that. We cannot egg on people when you know the danger. Boxing is not a sport, y'all. It's brutal. Just up to, I think, last week, a Japanese fighter died in the ring after a championship fight against another fighter. Just last week. And he wasn't old. Okay? This sport is lethal. And you fans need to respect the sport for what it is. And I'm very much afraid that you are not doing that. Okay? Y'all, I hear a lot of people say, well, if it wasn't Pacquiao, this fight would have been boring. You know why it was boring? It was fought at Mario Barrios' pace. The ring general was Mario Barrios. He was controlling Pacquiao. And y'all didn't even see that. Y'all didn't see the brilliance of boxing that he was implementing. Basically, they were using the same plan that Dennis Ugas used with less combinations. They were pot-shotting Pacquiao because that's the better way to be able to beat him and then countering him. So when Pacquiao would throw a shot, Barrios would come back with a shot and that kind of thing. All right? The game plan didn't convince the judges that Barrios won the fight, even though he had more power shots, more jabs, and more punches landed. Even though he had all those three categories, he had more in everything, and he should have won the fight. Y'all keep on watching Pacquiao. Right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, if Pacquiao can't beat Mario Barrios, he cannot beat anybody on the upper echelons of the welterweight division. And y'all could suck Manny Pacquiao's dick as much as y'all want to. At the end of the day, This is the reality of the situation. I didn't find he looked good at all. In fact, this is the least effective I've ever seen Pacquiao in a fight. He busted up Dennis Ugas's face. He did absolutely nothing to Mario Barrios. Nothing. He did thread in a couple left hands. But he did absolutely nothing to Mario Barrios. But Mario Barrios knew all the punches that Pacquiao throws. Yes, sometimes he throws some a little quicker so they got through. I see even the advertising for the fight, after the fight, the highlights of the fight. And they show Pacquiao landing left hands and right jabs and right hooks on Mario Barrios' face. Those are select moments that y'all pick to choose in the fight. I heard even Jeff Mayweather saying Pacquiao won that fight. Jeff, you're a guy that studies boxing. Go back and watch the fucking fight. Because there's no way in fucking hell that Pacquiao won that fight. No way in hell. I just watched the fight. No way in hell that motherfucker won anything. He had some flurries, people raid, but most of it was blocked and moved out of the way of. That's why Barrios outlanded him. Even with his pot shotting and his 2-3 punch combinations. Because he was doing more. He was more effective. He was more efficient at what he was doing than Pacquiao was. So Pacquiao's imprecise. On the top of that, he got no fucking defense. Right? So this guy's a sitting punching bag. And you want to have him go and fight. You're saying he's on the upper echelon level where he can fight upper echelon welterweights. Or maybe Tank Davis. Or maybe Rolly Romero. Who know how to beat this guy. You serious? Are you serious? Manny Pacquiao's tailor-made for Ryan Garcia's left hook. Tailor-made for, he leaped in. He leaped in. He leaps in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao. You know how much knockdowns Ryan Garcia will get in that fight? You know how much knockdown? Pacquiao going to leap in, and Ryan's just going to turn that left hook over, as he always does. And the thing is, he's slower. He's not faster. He's slower. Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. I ain't know what else to say. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Let me see what the comments say. If I can get comics here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get some comments. Oh, we got some comments, man. Let them get it cooked. Who cares? Boxing is boxing. Ha ha. Just shut up. Layla will win. Layla ain't winning shit. Come on now. Y'all crazy ass motherfuckers, man. Layla ain't winning shit. Layla is way too old for that shit. She ain't winning shit. Y'all was actually chopping up a storm up in there, talking away. And that's cool. All right, I spent enough time on this topic, though. I'm getting out of there. The rest of you, shout out to all of you that came through on my stream. Smash the like button if you so wish. And I'm out of here. I just had to make comments on that because it's just, to me, I don't know, man. It's like the boxers are turning into Jake Paul. They just fighting old, retired people. I don't like that, man. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. The sport of boxing is something in which we want the best to face the best. Instead of the best facing the best, we got fossils facing the best, right? Okay, Pacquiao's a Hall of Famer. Okay, on his resume, on Mario Barrios' resume, you can say, oh, yeah, I fought a Hall of Famer, and I fought him to a draw. Okay, fine. But really and truly, Mario Barrios, you shouldn't be fighting that guy. You should have been fighting Boots. You should have been fighting, what's the kid's name? Oh, shit, man. What is his name right now? Shit. Man, I am drawing blanks. The guy that Devin Haney's going to fight next. You should be fighting him. Right? Y'all help me out here. What's his name? Ah, shit. So anyway, that's what I got for you guys. I am what you need. You've been watching my channel. I hope you guys like, share, subscribe.